for a new project that I'm starting. I am the guy, Paul, the guy Flinders, and one thing that we've talked about on air recently, well, not recently, but for a long time, maybe if even not on air, I can't bloody remember, on Random Maths Discussion, on RAD Live, on Lost Art Podcasting, where you can find me, as well as the guy, the booker, and the delivery man himself, James Bunkle, and Adam Cox. And one of the things we discussed was an actual career mode in Formula 1, and I was originally going to start it from all the way back into the Wii version of the game on 2009. The 2009 edition of the F1 game, which was the first game that Codemasters released, and at this moment in time I don't really have anything to record footage of said console, so the Wii. I don't have any hardware either for the Xbox 360 or the PS3 to record one, so I can't actually do that at this moment in time. But what I can do is I have a PS4, and that means I can automatically live stream straight to YouTube, which gives me an outlet to do this from 2014 onwards in the games. Now, with the imminent release in 2019, that gives me 5 years worth of content. Well, it's not obviously for me, but 5 years of season content. Like, well obviously we're starting on the F1 2015, which has the 2 seasons of F1 of 2014 and 2015. Which means I have 2 years sort of like coverage of this, which is quite a bit of races when you think about it. It's nearly 40, it is over 40 races, which is 40 episodes of Rag Gaming, which is a series where I'd like to call it an actual career mode. Now, in this game, it didn't have a career mode, but from the next one onward in 2016, you did. Now, what used to bug me about career mode going way back when was, yes, you could change drivers, you could change teams, but the drivers wouldn't change, and the liveries wouldn't change, and obviously update because it's a license to that year. And obviously you can't, say if you're driving, it was 2016 at the time, you're playing a 2016 game, you can't obviously go on to 2017, 2018, 2019 and so on and so forth with the actual livery upgrades that you normally would get, and the obviously balance of performance would change. With this now we can, because what we're going to do in this series is we're going to go through every single game. Now we're not going to go through career mode. What we're going to do is going to do a world championship. Now, obviously a slight bit of immersion breaker here. You can't make your own, you can't make your own helmets and things like that. So obviously we're going to be playing as somebody. Now, thankfully in that respect, so obviously there's nothing much I can do about it in this game. You can't change. There is no career mode, so you can't actually pick like your helmet and things like that. So, what we're going to do is we're going to pretend. It obviously makes a bit of role play and things like that. We're going to pretend that we are a newbie, and we're just getting our F1 career off to a start. And obviously, all the seats are taken, apart from all the slower teams. So we have a choice. We can either have Caterham, who had possibly the ugliest car of all time, with what can only be described as a dildo nose. Just look it up, Caterham F1 Team 2014, and you'll see. But then we also have Marussia, where we have Jules Bianchi or Max Chilton. Now, I believe this would be the year that unfortunately Jules Bianchi died. So I don't know, but the thing is, on Marussia was a little bit quicker, in my opinion, than Caterham were. So what we're going to do is, the team that obviously went out of business in 2014 was Caterham. So we're going to pick Caterham for this year, and I'm going to pick possibly one of my favourite F1 drivers of all time. We are not going to be Marcus Ericsson. No way. I've not been a fan of Marcus Ericsson whatsoever. He's not awful, don't get me wrong, but he's nothing spectacular. Whereas Kamui Kobayashi is probably one of the most exciting F1 drivers never to win a Grand Prix. So we're going to pick him for our career mode. Now, I'm going to say, I am not the world's best driver. This, if you're looking for amazing, superb, top-notch gameplay, this channel may not be for you. This channel is about having fun. Now, I'd like to say I'm half decent at F1 games. I'm not the best at F1 games. So we're not going to go with easy. We're certainly not going to go medium. We're going to go with hard. Expert maybe a little bit too much. Now, it would be probably quite realistic, but that one, well, at least we're going to get some midfield battles out of it. So, this is what we're going to go with. Hard. Now, we can go for short weekends. We can go 15-minute practice, one-shot qualifying, and a race of 25%. Well, the 25% race distance, as it is not for me. We'll go for a normal weekend. Half race distance, 30-minute practice, short qualifying, and a race. So, yeah, I think we shall do that. Because obviously the long weekend is full race distance, which is going to take too long. So we're going to do that, normal race weekend. But we can also sort of upgrade it. So what we're going to do is going to make it full qualifying. The practice will leave the same, the races will be the same. Race settings, just so you know, AI drivers, hard flashbacks are going to be off for this. We're going to use park firm on, reduce damage, because let's be honest, we don't want to be going on full damage, because as soon as we something breathes nowhere near another driver, it's going to be video over. We're going to have normal corner cutting penalties, so that's fine. We'll go back there. Assists, just so you can see. Custom proficiency, driving position. Obviously, I put my own settings. There's always no assists on the braking. So obviously, I'm in full control of the brakes. We have anti-lock brakes on. We have traction control on. We have racing line full. But that does not mean we're going to follow it. I found on this game that the racing line does not. The way it tells you on the regular part is for it to brake isn't correct. So the braking one, it tells us the racing line, but I know the racing line anyway. So it's more of a sort of a mental guide for the guys, you guys watching. If you're new to racing games, you may know what this is. Automatic gearing, just for ease. Pit assist on, again, just for ease. So yeah, that's that. So we're going to start the session. And we're going to be in Australia with Kamui Kobayashi. And now, this is obviously Random Ass Gaming. It's the sister of Channel 2, Random Ass Discussion. And yeah, it's going to basically be a lot of gaming talk, possibly. A lot of bit of random shit, plus what I'm talking about here, what I'm doing. Now, obviously, this is only a test session, so I'm possibly going to do a bit of practice, maybe a little bit of qualifying, and we'll leave it there for now, because this is only a test for now.
And Constructors Championships. Round one of a tough race calendar begins here in Australia.
I'll let David Croft fill you in.
Joins me in the commentary box for the first practice session of the season. In total, the teams will be visiting 19 tracks this year, including some old favourites and 2 new locations.
Well, I think the teams will be looking forward to the new Russian Grand Prix, which is being held at the Olympic Park in Sochi. It's a brand new track and a total unknown. We're also going back to Austria, which was last race in 2003, so this should be a lot of fun this year.
This year's most significant
Jesus, has it been that long?
to the loud thing behind the driver's head. Gone are the cries of the old V8 engines. In their place, monstrous torque from the new turbocharged 1.6-litre V6 hybrids. An efficient and exciting new power unit to usher in a new age of Formula One.
The sport is trying to become a bit more fuel efficient, which is a good thing, but there are definite question marks over whether the new noise of these V6 cars are to the tastes of the fans.
So yeah, there was a big controversy back in the day where we went from the V10.
Okay, this is Jeff. Can you hear me? Radio check looks
Oh,
good.
get the speaker through the...
Looks good. Just want to say it's a pleasure to have you on the team, and I hope we have a lot of success together. Tell me if you need anything.
So we're going to go through the setup here.
And show us what you've got.
And what we've got here is... We've got obviously Compound Prime. Let's have a look. Because option, obviously, we'll go for the tyre choices. We've got Prime, which is obviously the harder of the compounds. The option tyre is the softer. As you can see, the lifespan's a little bit different. The softer the tyre, the quicker the wear. Intermediates is for when it's drying, sort of like wet, damp. And then you have the wet, full wet, which obviously is self-explanatory. So obviously for practice, you want to be using your hard tyres. So we're going to be doing that because we do have a set amount of tyres. So we're going to be using that. It's going to be... go explain the setups. We have you have your pre-made setup sort of things here. So we have compounds. We can... Obviously going to keep compound 1. Why can't I change screen? Okay, so let's have a look at this. R1. There we go. Right, this is it. This is what we wanted. So yeah, you can pick and choose. You can sort of, these are your balance ones. This is your balance setup, which is what I've been using for Melbourne. But the problem is I've been struggling slightly when I did some practice with the fast corners. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a little bit of downforce on. But we could change it slightly, but I believe that would be fine. There is a few large blasts, but I'm in a slow car anyway. So I'm thinking maybe perhaps we can make some ground up in the corners. So that is what we're going to use. So we shall use that, and we'll use it. Yeah, we'll use that. So yeah, because view cars. Yeah, so we want this one. Yes, we want this one. So back. Just double check that's gone on the car. Track status is busy, so we're going to be cutting out a lot of traffic. So yeah, that is on now. So we're on that now. So what we're going to do now, we're going to take a few laps, see how we are, and let's go. Go to track, and we'll drive out. So yeah, there's plenty of cars coming out, as you can see, going past in front of the guys, or behind the guys even. There's obviously a Red Bull going out. Now I tend to play on the T-bar view, which is just above the airbox. So here we go. This is the first driving laps of this series. Now I'm using the Thrustmaster T80 wheel, which is one of the more entry-level wheels that you get. It's got no force feedback, but one thing I do know about, obviously I'm about on this track, is doing stuff, enjoying stuff on the cheap if possible. Like, I've got a record to say the first RAD Live podcast that I did was with a Powerman microphone. So you don't have to shell out all the money in the world to have fun and to do what you want to do. Now this wheel, I think, whoa, so straight away span out by Sebastian Vettel, the nice man. What a tit. So I don't know what damage I've got. I can't feel anything on the wheel. I'm just going to bring it round. My engineer's not said anything because you can hear him through me. Obviously, if you know the T80 wheel, there is no microphone port on the wheel. So what I've had to do is use my second controller as the sort of like headphone port so the microphone works. So I've got two controllers on the go essentially. But yeah, it seems to work fine. It records. But yeah, here we go. So I don't feel like I've got any damage. So here we go. So 1:34 is the time to beat by Felipe Massa in the Williams. So here we go. First corner is very tricky. Most of these corners are quite tricky on this racetrack. It says easy on the difficulty on this game, but it's not the easiest circuit for me, I've always found. I sort of have bogey race circuits. This is kind of one of them. So that circuit section wasn't purple. 7/10 down off the lead. As you would expect a Caterham, to be brutally honest. So we're going around this long sweeping corner, which is full pedal into this fast section here, which in this car I have no confidence in whatsoever. So here we go, into the corner here. Let's see where we end up. It's most of a lot of these corners are 90-degree corners or more. That's essentially a hairpin. Now in a good car with a lot of aero, that is a flat-out corner. DRS on, which is the drag reduction system, makes the back end open up, the wing. And I think I'm ahead of my teammate. P14, I'll take that. See if we can get any quicker. DRS open again. So we're in the DRS zone, which means there's a little section on your wing that you can open up. Makes it go a little quicker because it's less drag. Less drag equals more speed. This corner's tricky as well. It tempts you into going full pelt, but in some cars, you do that full pelt, you're mating your car with a wall. Half a second up on the previous time. So, I'm in the batting area of Nico Rosberg here for some reason. Not after that corner, I won't be. So here we go again. So we're going around here. There's a long sweeping corner. Into this corner, I have no confidence in whatsoever. So I'm down now on the previous best. Bit of oversteer there as I come off the grass. And this corner again. There we go. So into the hairpin again. DRS open. Losing a lot of time in the final 2 sectors apparently. So we've got Kevin Magnussen in front of us now.
We've only got about 5 kilos of fuel remaining now. That's 5 kilos of fuel.
So I need to come in. That's terrible driving. I think I've got someone up my bottom here. No, nobody there yet. So we've got.
Need to return to the pits within the next couple of laps.
So yeah, we're going to pit in now. Maybe try a lap with Rich Mix. There we are, we're in the pits. So yeah, let's just hope, obviously we can get a little bit higher than 14th, but that sounds about right to me. So yeah, that wasn't too bad. Obviously I'm using the wheel for the first time with this game, I'm not the most experienced with it, so all being well, obviously we'll get a little better as we get on. Took a little while with Gran Turismo, we're going to get used to it, which I'm a lot better with. I can actually go faster with the wheel on Gran Turismo now. With the wheel. So, yeah, we'll go for that again, shall we? Straight out, same set of tyres. Because they're now worn slightly, so I've rubbered them in. Set up. Can we change the fuel? Let's have a look. So we'll go to there. Transmission, suspension geometry. There's the fuel load. So we'll put a bit more fuel in. And we're going to burn these tyres. We're going to absolutely burn them. So, let's go for it. Up the 8, there we go. So we'll go back. We'll go that. We'll use that and then go to track, we'll drive out. We'll go again. Same set of tyres, let's fucking do this. Don't forget as well, I'm also down and potentially drivers are using the faster set of tyres. Because the softer the set is also grippier. So I'm using the harder set. I tend to save my harder sets for the race. I mean my softer sets, sorry. So I'm off the pace apparently in sectors 2 and 3. Shock, horror. Back in the day when Bottas was a Williams driver. So we can stay out a few more laps this time. So we put a little bit more fuel in. That's fine. So before we get to the final corner, we're going to up the fuel. We'll do it now. To fuel to rich. That gives us a little bit more power, but it burns a lot more fuel. Which is why I put a bit more fuel in. Oops! Ran wide. Which should make us go a little quicker in the straights. With a little bit more power. Got Ferrari up my arse. Here we go. DRS open. We've also got a lot less grip as well on the back because of the torque. That Ferrari's just annihilated me in a straight line. What are you doing? See, that Ferrari was just blocking my fast lap, so I don't know why it was there. It's going to overtake me again at some point. Run wide again. Maybe a bit too early on the brakes there. Moving around this long, there's a lot of sweep. It's either a sweeper or a 90 degree. Oh, sugar. That's not lap route. We can always go for around the second lap though. That'll be that Ferrari again, won't it? Yeah. Did he just spam? That might be my fault. The thing about this car is anywhere that's not on the back row is a plus. So it's not too bad at the minute. Oh, that's what happens when you your DRS on the grass. And that's how quick it burns. We'll put up this lap and one more. Down there. Now this is a really tricky corner. It opens up at the end though, but you've got to get to the end before it opens up. As the car gets lighter and I get more used to it, I have a little bit more confidence going into that left-right section. But it's always been a weakness to me that because I could never get the line right. And you can go, oh look, you've got the racing line on. That should help. No. Racing line or not, I've always managed to muck that corner up. Never been able to get the speed right, the line right. We've raced on this racetrack since I was like you know, since 1997, has still not really been able to get that right. Here we go. Right, let's go for it this time. Nice, I like it. Perfect. It's much better. Much better. Brake, heavy, 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 heavy. Ooh, I'm probably locked up there. Right, here we go. This is much better already. This is it. I'm actually nearly a tenth and a half down. So that'll be down to that really bad braking that I did into turn 3. Here we go. Nicely done. So around this left-hander. Well, like I say, I'm not going to pretend I'm you know, Fernando Alonso in disguise. I'm not the best driver in the world. I'm just having fun. This is why I always pick the slower cars. What's the point playing a game? It's stupidly easy, beating it in 2 seconds flat, or you can take your time and actually get a bit of a challenge. Here we go. See where we end up. This is a lot quicker, I feel it. No, maybe not. That felt quicker. Could be down to the fact that my tyres are slightly more worn now. Yep, that was much better. Still down though, are you even further? So here we go. Now I've got to remember for quality, we've got to use both sets in the race. So there's no point in saving all my used tyres, my yellow tyres.
This first race of the season is always quite difficult for us trackside, and for us back in the factory as well, as it's the first time the car's run since winter testing. The more consistent range you can get in these sessions, the happier we'll be.
So yeah, just keep use this to get me oaring just a bit better. DRS, forgot about that then. Over to the drag reduction system. I'll show you what it looks like down the straight here. Now in the race you normally have to be within a second to get this activated. So I'll put it on and we'll look behind now. See the wings up, the gap there. And when I look behind in a second you'll see the gap will have gone. Just get around this corner first. And the gap's gone. So that's how the DRS works. It's just literally a hole in the back wing.
5 kilos of fuel in the tank, just 5 kilos of fuel a day.
So we'll just do one more lap after this and then we'll go into qualifying. And then we'll probably leave it there at the end of qualifying. Oh, bit of stab of oversteer. So on worn tyres that are hard, I'm quite happy with that. And the slowest car on the grid. I'm quite happy. See, wing open. Yeah, I'm quite happy with this.
You're off the pace in all 3 sectors.
that was poor. So yeah, again, so this is going to be probably a main lap. I don't know what the sector time is. That was decent though. Nearly full throttle through there. Probably because of the weight the car's gone down, I'm a little quicker. So my goal for the race here is don't finish in the last two. We'll call it quits here. So I'll pit in here. Yeah, we're going to call in here. And in we go. So that was one session there for practice. Now obviously we're on short practice, so it's one of those. Alright, so that's that. So yeah, we'll quit the session here. So obviously we can go to that. We can go to retire from session. Okay.
In a sign of things to come this weekend,
So where did we end up? 15th. Obviously there's a few drivers up front. I'm only like literally a second away, and they're on the option tyre. So my teammate finished last. So there's a chance there he even used an option tyre. So the fact that he's a second behind on the better tyre is promising. So we're going to go straight in. We're going to use the same settings. We're going to go start the first session with an option tyre.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly.
On the prime tyre even. Brand new prime. So we'll change the setup.
It's going to be a struggle to get out of this session, but give it your best shot.
So obviously our guy has said it's going to be a session where we're not going to probably struggle to get out of it. I kind of agree.
Right, I'll get these changes made.
And we can go to track, and we may as well just go straight into flying lap.
Track is pretty empty right now. Lots of space.
So we want to be putting the quickest fuel into rich mix. And there's rain coming down. There is freaking rain. So we've either timed this perfect DRS is on, so we've got, there's our goal is 18th place, so that's what the team has given us. Our objective is 18th place. The back end does not want to sit, so the track is definitely a little greasy. Be careful, the braking completely missed it off the track. He's not into time yet though. When the DRS is deactivated, you know that's when it's time for the inters. But yeah, a bit of a baptism of fire, a bit of rain. Back end starting to try and swap ends here.
Into the next couple of corners, the brakes are running too
Come on, we use it. Yeah, there's not enough grip on this racetrack. So yeah, it's a little greasy. DRS open. We'll go with it though, we'll overrun, see if we can.
That last lap moved you into P17.
See if we can try and improve our lap time a little bit because the DRS is still active.
You're 2 tenths down, Marcus. 2 tenths.
I'm 2 tenths down on Marcus Ericsson. Who's my teammate? But I'm up by over nearly a second compared to my last lap time. I've got a guy behind me, I think. No, I don't. Here we go. Oh, dear me. It's this one that cost me the most time last time. Made it this time though. So yeah, here we go. Let's see where we end up. Not too bad. I think we're probably going to make it through. 15th.
Sectors 1 and 3 on purple, though your time through sector 2 is poor.
1 and 2 are purple apparently. Which means I'm quickest. So yeah. I'm not doing too bad here now.
You're really out of fuel, almost out of fuel. You need to pit within the next 2 laps.
See how I am with lap time wise, and I'll just sit it until he mix and get it home. So let's find out, shall we? Where are we at here lap time wise? Whoa! Back almost stepped out on me. So yeah, we're down. So we'll just pit in. So yeah, that's that. So let's see where we're at. Hey, it's not too bad. It's whereabouts where we were after practice, so that's pretty reasonable. So I'll take that, that's not bad. So we've made it, at this rate I think we're out the qualify. Well, I think we're ahead of where we should be. Because our goal is to get out of quali 1. Let's have a look at the session. We need times. Here we go. So yeah, we're not doing too bad there.
You're doing a great job. We're much higher up the field than we expected to be.
Exactly. So yeah, what we need to do is accelerate time. So if we accelerate the time a little, really, I think we should be okay here. Oh, we're dropping down. We are dropping down. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to head out. So let's see. I'm going to need to see what people are doing. What tyres people are on. So let's have a look. They're on softs option. So let's go for it. Let's go for it. So set up. We're going to put some options on. We're going to put some options on. Let's get the fuck out of Q1. Let's do this. Go to track. Flying lap. Let's do this. It looks like I may have left it a little bit too late. I hit the wrong button there if you don't notice.
Sector 3 times are good, but you're losing time in Sector 2.
Doing it again. So I'm hitting the wrong buttons now, people. I have a sneaky feeling we're out. Incredibly greasy. But yeah, we're not going to be, I think we're going to be out. Backend stepped out my mid-section there. That yellow flag was for me. So if we don't do it in this lap, we're fucked. So yeah, this is possibly the worst possible predicament to be in to get out of it. Worst possible conditions. Because well, that's it, we're done. That's it, front wing's gone. That's the end of it. So let's get back to the pits and have done, because we're over with, it's over with. Oops. So yeah, let's just get back to the pit. So we're basically we're out now. As you can see, that's the difference. We not having any front wing. I got a warning. I can't fucking turn. So yeah, it's not fun. But yeah, this will bring the stream to an end. On a very sad note, unfortunately, because we lost it for good style. So yeah, that's the end of the session. Because we ain't going to be able to get out in time for the thing to get round to do a flying lap, so that's the end for us. If it was worth the risk, because I've put inters on, we weren't going to get around quick enough anyway, so that's that. That's the end of it. Checkered flag for us. And we are out of qualifying.
That's qualifying 1 over, so we can expect the start of Q2 very soon.
But I did beat my teammate, and we beat both Saubers. So the teams we're racing against, the Marussia F1 team, they are a bit ahead of us. So not looking good going into race day. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you like what we do, subscribe, give us a like, tell your friends, you know. And on the plus side, we have a lot of good tyres going into the race, so it could be a fun race. We've got a lot of work to do from 19th on the grid. Alright, see you next time.